I'm just so scared. I'm 74 years old. I worry about everything.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the CTC show. I hope you enjoyed that little intro. I loved it. But we're finally past the October 18th No King's Day protests, where I went down to one of my local cities and got to experience it for myself. So let's take a look at what my experiences were, as well as what some of the mainstream media went over. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I grabbed some equipment and made my way down to New Haven. On my way down, I couldn't help but think about how much history actually sits in that city. Not only is it home to Yale University, but it is home to some of the oldest architecture in New England. The community has seen it all, from an industry boom to economic struggles. But beneath the college town image, New Haven has real problems. The city's been under Democratic leadership for decades, and yet the crime and poverty rate remains stubbornly high. Your odds of being a victim of violent crime here are about 1 in 175, nearly doubling the national average. Add in property crimes, and that jumps you up to 1 in 21. Homelessness has also surged, up 13% statewide in just this year, with more than 600 people in New Haven living unsheltered tonight. And the drug crisis continues to grip the city. Nearly 9% of residents report using illicit drugs each month, and fentanyl shows up in about 4 out of 5 overdose deaths. So we're down here, New Haven on the Green. Protest is supposed to start around 3 p.m. today. Like I was saying before, I guess the protest in Middletown ended within an hour. A couple of friends of mine went up there. They're going to be meeting me down here. But you know what's going on down here so far is this isn't people seeking protest. You know, it's really actually beautiful to see that there are people of faith coming out here and praying over and trying to save some of the homeless that are, you know, right here on the Green. And it's always going to be a little strange for me, the fact that there's going to be people out here today protesting, saying no kings, saying all this type of stuff. There'll be local leaders down here, again, advocating against our federal government and, you know, putting out there a complete insurrection about what's actually happening. But we're taking a look about what's going on so far, and we'll keep coming in as people start to roll in. But so far, it seems pretty calm. You have feelings about George Santos being commuted. What makes you feel that way?
Oh, please, I mean, like my sign says, who did he blow? I think he was doing something else at the Epstein Island other than just being Republican.
You think George Santos was on Epstein Island?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay. So you haven't lost Medicaid yet. You're worried that it's going to happen. Do you find that people there are people that abuse the system?
Oh, definitely.
The people who abuse it, don't they deserve to maybe get off their ass and go get a job?
I think there's a lot of people that are using a drug or an alcohol situation as an excuse for a lot of the problems in their lives. I used to do drugs. I did it as a nighttime thing. I carried on in the 80s and early 90s when I was in my 20s. Then I knew it was time to fucking grow up, so I did.
I completely agree with you.
And,
you know,
some people don't mind the situation they're in.
Just based off how you feel about that situation itself, I mean, like, do you disagree with everything that's happening in the federal government right now?
There's certain things with the government I agree with. But for the most part right now, the way they're trying to tear apart anything that has to do with Democrats, what Democrats have done in the past 70 years to bring a standard of living for people who are unfortunate, and the rich people are pissed because they don't want to pay their fair share in taxes. And Donald Trump did exactly what he said he was going to do. He was going to make taxes get less for wealthy people, not for everybody. For anyone making more than $400,000 a year, oh, your taxes are going to go down. But anyone under that, oh no, you're going to get screwed, because we're trying to save the wealthy people from having to pay their fair share and contribute to the fact that their taxes of their fair share would help elderly and poor people and disenfranchised people that need the help. But they're trying to take away all that from the Democrats and from poor people. So I have no respect for any kind of Republican right now.
Okay. I mean, I could see that if that was something that you were told or believe that's happening, I would be upset too.
Well, I watch the news. I'm not stupid.
So where do you get your news from?
David Muir.
David Muir. Okay. Hey, you know what? I appreciate you even answering some of my questions, but I won't press you anymore. I think that it's nice that we agree on some things, but unfortunately, there are some things me and you disagree on.
That's part of being a human, Hey.
Absolutely. Hey, you have a great day. Okay. God bless, buddy. After that great conversation with a gentleman who asked me not to film him, but then also asked me to video him with his sign, which you could see in the B-roll, it did take some time for the protest to start kicking up. And then the things that did happen were extremely alarming, from some of the signs that were there to some of the stands that were there. So let's take a look at some of those. You don't think today's climate's like that sign's not really great to use? No? Do you believe in what that sign says, sir? Guess so. Is that a Nazi in the crowd?
I don't know, is it? What did his sign say?
Huh?
What did his sign say?
Said 8647. Do you think that's appropriate in the climate that we're in right now?
No.
Okay. So how am I a Nazi for making that comment?
Maybe I should go give him a hug.
Yeah.
Probably what he needs.
At that point, after my quick interaction with the hippo calling me a Nazi, I did see that there were two organizers that were pointing at me and exclaiming that this was real. Seeing this, I decided to go and talk to them and decided not to film them. I did catch a glimpse of what they looked like, but I didn't want to come off confrontational with them, so I did not record them. There was another gentleman who decided to walk up as well, but I did not want to get confrontational. I was alone, and seeing that people were now pointing, exclaiming at me that this was real, I wanted to make this not as confrontational as possible. So I decided just not to shove a camera in their face. Instead, I'm recording the crowd, and you can hear the audio of our conversation.
Him?
What's real? How's that real? What do you mean real?
You know, like when you go to protest, you get that one person that goes up to people.
Yeah, and antagonizes them.
It's not antagonizing, it's really asking a question.
Wait. Let me know what your political affiliations are.
Why does that matter for us to have a conversation?
It's extremely important in this climate.
Why is that important?
It's important because I have to know.
Do you feel like you're in danger by talking?
No, absolutely not. I just have to know, what's pushing your mentality. Yeah.
Pushing my mentality, obviously, is advocating to 86 our president. Still is not good, no matter where your affiliation is. Can you agree with that?
Oh, I think that's great. Yeah, that's too far. You're asking for murder. That's pretty far.
Okay, so I asked him, do you believe, out of all the signs, and I haven't said more comment about any of the signs, do you believe in that moment that during this political climate, that saying to advocate for a sign like that, is that okay? What's up, bud? Huh? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him.
Oh, wait, no, this is fine. We're having a conversation. It's all peaceful here. Yeah,
We're holding a neutral position.
yeah, the whole point of us, we're marshals. We're not here to.
Advocate. We're more like.
Yeah, we're
peacekeepers.
No, hey, I'm not, and I 100% was not antagonistic. It's about asking this guy, do you believe that this sign is appropriate given our political climate at the moment, do you believe that that's okay? And then you had a woman in a hippo costume calling me a Nazi for asking a question. So, I mean, like, what are we doing here? I haven't said anything about anyone's signs. I haven't gone up to anyone, asked anyone any questions about anyone's signs. I completely disavow murdering our president and using signs that advocate murdering the president, and then to be called a Nazi for that, for asking that question. That's all. And I'm not even filming you. The camera's this way.
No, that's absolutely fine.
So what do you call it? A double-edged sword. You know, like you get free speech, but you also get like the bad ideas.
Yeah, free speech. People, yeah.
After my conversation with those two organizers, the vibes there definitely shifted. I mean, they were already bad, but they shifted. I had people coming up and taking pictures of me. I had people following me more frequently throughout just walking around. And again, I just decided at that point, maybe it was time to head out, as I was there alone and did not want any confrontations. Most of the people at the protests were, again, pretty old, as you could see by some of the footage. There were people there who brought their kids or grandkids, and even the people that were following me around and taking videos of me, they were all old too, so I wasn't going to get confrontational with them. I did catch some of the things that the mayor was on stage spewing, that he's the only city mayor in Connecticut that is suing the Trump administration, a lawsuit that's probably going to go absolutely nowhere. But overall, the New Haven No Kings protest was pretty boring, if I do say so myself. The couple things that made me a little concerned were there were signs that says no dictators, no kings, but then there were booths everywhere for the Connecticut Communist Party, which I felt was a complete contradiction that those were sponsoring the event. But let's take a look at what the mainstream media is talking about from all the events, and we could wrap this up.
Defend this democracy! Are you ready to fight fascism? Are you prepared to destroy authoritarianism once and for all? I'll let the world hear you, no peace!
Hey, Donald J., how many kids did you start today? Hey, Donald J., how many kids did you start today? Hey, okay, that's it. How many kids? Use these?
Are you willing? Answer this! Are you willing to sit back and let Trump shred our freedoms? I can't hear you, DC. They need to hear you in the White House. Are you willing to let Trump shred our freedoms? Are you willing to sit back and bend the knee to fascists and white supremacists?
It's pretty obvious that these people have no idea what they're talking about while they're, again, radicalizing their already psychotic base. But I think Democrats are starting to forget that we do have a No King's Day in the United States. Let's take a look at that.
It's really wrong logically with what they're doing. First, No King's Day in America is the 4th of July. And President Trump just gave us the best 4th of July celebration ever. You remember with all the stuff that came through? And can you imagine what the 4th of July celebration that he plans is going to be on the 250th anniversary of this great country? President Trump has said himself that he's not a king. And, the second thing is that, so I guess these guys don't think the 4th of July is No King's Day. Like, that's thing one. Thing two is the fact that they're out there protesting. And, we're obviously everyone's letting them protest. It's what America's all about, is proving that there isn't a king, right? And so what they're doing makes no sense. But the point is that everything the Democrats are doing right now makes no sense. That shutting down the government after the Republicans kept the government open for Joe Biden 13 times because they understood their constitutional duty is that the Senate is supposed to be a moderating force in America. And instead, we've got these people that think that AOC and a communist in New York should be the face of the party. And they're willing to shut the government down and take away everybody's paycheck for no darn reason. It's like completely illogical if you look at what they're saying.
And I couldn't have said it better myself. But guys, that's going to be it for the video. If you guys are enjoying these videos, give me a like over there and maybe even give me comments on what you guys think about the whole No Kings protest. And as well, if you want to see more videos like this, give me a sub. You can also see me live on kick.com/CTCasual show, where I go live 3 days a week, and I can always do more, but I'd love to see you guys over there. The link is in the description. See you guys soon. Peace.